Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Selenium interview questions. That is, write syntax for switching to default content after switching to any frame. Let me answer. When you have already switched to a frame, then how to switch back to the default content? What is syntax for that? The syntax in Selenium automation is very simple. That is driver.switch to dot default content. This is a command you have to use to switch back to the default content from the frame wherever you have already switched to. Let me practically demonstrate this for you. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE where we have the sample project, and here I'll write down some code. Okay, so I'll use this application as sample. This is the Internet Heroku app. Just Google search for Internet Heroku, you'll get this. Then once you go there, just go to this frames, go to one of this, copy this, and write down the code. WebDriver, driver is equal to new, Chrome, driver. Import this WebDriver interface from Selenium library, import this Chrome driver class from Selenium library. Then after opening the browser, maximize the browser, driver.manage.window.maximize. This will maximize the browser window. Then you have to open the application URL where you want to navigate to. After going there to this page, I want to switch to the frame and clear this particular text. Okay, this text is inside a frame. I know that. Okay, right click here, right click somewhere here, and if you are getting the frame options, that means this particular thing is inside a frame. So how to switch to that frame and all, I'll tell you. For that, inspect this. Okay, this particular thing is inside a frame. Just scroll up. You see, this is a frame. Okay, so it has an ID. Copy this. I'll switch to the frame first. Driver dot switch to dot frame and provide the ID of that frame. Then after switching to the frame, you can perform the operation on this element. Okay, which is inside the frame. This is a paragraph. Okay, that I need to clear the text. Okay, let's say I'll create an XPath expression out of this. Copy this /40 at the rate ID is equal to, give that ID of that, and /p. You see, this element I located, which is inside a frame. First I switch it to the frame, then I located this element. I'll clear the text of this element. Okay, driver dot find element by dot driver dot find element by dot XPath by dot XPath. Give the XPath expression of that element and say dot clear. Once the element text is cleared, then what I want to do here is I want to go back to the default content outside the frame. I want to go outside the frame, okay, to the default page or something. Okay, how to go back? For that, this question is same, right? How to go back? When you already have switched to the frame, then how to come out of the frame and go to the default page? For that, we have a command known as default content, driver.switch to dot default content. Here driver.switch to dot frame. Here driver.switch to dot default content. This will take you to the original default page. So you'll be out of the frames and all. Now I want to get this particular title of this page, which is on the page outside the frame and all. So this particular title I want to get, it has an H3 tag. So let's see if I can create an XPath expression for this /H3. Is it only the one locating? Yes. Copy this. Would like to get the text. So here I'll write down driver dot find element by dot XPath. Give the XPath expression. Then say dot get text. String text. Otherwise, text on page, I'll say text on page is equal to, and print it out. Some.order.println. I'll print it out, text on page. That's it. Now run the code and see whether this default content is working fine, where you are switching back to the original page for this to work or not. First, it will go to the frame and clear the text. First, it will switch to the frame from the default page to the frame and clear the text. After that, it will switch back to the default page and get this particular text and print in the output console. You see, an iframe containing the tiny so and so editor. Okay, you got it. So this is how we can use a default content, and the answer for this question is driver dot switch to dot default content is the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye.